Hello friends, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Casey if you're new. I'm so excited for this vlog because I just want it to be a very cozy autumnal, fall, maybe slightly spooky season-ish type of vlog. I'm so excited for it. I had a great weekend. My mom and I went to a Cinderella pumpkin workshop, which is basically where you just take a pumpkin and make a floral arrangement in it. We did ours at Agape Fields if you're in the Lexington, Kentucky area. They are a locally family-run flower farm. I love them so much. We did the Cinderella pumpkin workshops last year, and I'll put a picture of my pumpkin from last year. I do think I liked last year's pumpkin a little bit better, but it was still a blast doing it this year. And we did flower picking there this summer, and they're also who I got my wedding flowers from. So they're just a really a special, sentimental type of place for me. I love going there, and I'm just so happy when I can support them. So that was a great time. And then we got lunch and we went to Barnes and Noble and came home. And then I had just a really cozy self-care night, which is great. And then on Sunday I didn't film anything, but it was so rainy, and we had just a really cozy lie-in. We laid in bed for most of Sunday morning, and then we went on a ride. We went to the property, and Clementine got to run around in the house for the first time because no one's really been working there this past week. So, because we're waiting on doors to be delivered and installed. So she was able to run around, and she was just having so much fun running around. It was honestly the most precious thing. By the time we left, her tongue was hanging out of the side of her mouth. It just made me happy that she loves her new house so much. And then we just did a little Sunday reset, and we watched a few episodes of House of Guinness. We have one episode left, so hopefully we can finish it tonight. But anywho, some other things that I would like to do in this vlog. Through the week, I don't really have a ton of plans to be vlogging just because I have to work. I'll probably pop in here or there and update you on what I'm reading, but other than that, I don't have very many things planned for the actual week. On the weekend, though, is where we're going to do some more fun things. On Friday, I'm off, and so is Jeremy, and I want to go to the Peddler's Mall because I saw this idea for a craft, and I'll put a picture of it in the creator. I saw it on TikTok, and I think that it is so cute. I haven't been buying a lot of seasonal decor just because we are building our home, and how I style our space now is going to be very different than how I style our new home. So it just seems kind of wasteful to buy things until we're in the space and I can kind of see what we want and what we need and things like that. So but I definitely see myself using these little ghosts in the new house. I just picture them hanging in a corner of my library room, and I think that they'll be super cute. So I'd really like to make them, and I feel like I'd hang them somewhere over in here. So I'm hoping I can go to the Peddler's Mall or the thrift store or someplace like that and find some little dollies and make that on Sunday or Saturday, on Friday. And then Jeremy's off on Friday. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we have a gingerbread haunted house. So I think we're going to make some cookies and make a cozy dinner and kind of do that Friday evening and just have a cozy night in and watch Winnie the Pooh's Halloween or the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, something cozy and sweet and nostalgic, not scary. I don't like scary things, but we're going to do that. And then on Saturday, my mom and I are going to an author event. We're going to go see Silas House speak, who's kind of a regionally local author to us. And he has 2 books out. He has a poetry collection that just came out, and then he has a mystery thriller type book that he used a pen name for. So we're going to go get those books and hear him speak. This will be the second time that we've met and heard him speak, and he's just, I don't know, I could listen to him talk all day. I just love the sound of his voice, and he just, I don't know, I really enjoy supporting him. So I'm really excited for that, and we'll probably do some shopping or something like that as well. But yeah, that's what's going on. So hopefully it's a good kind of cozy autumnal fall vlog. But I did want to give you a quick little reading update on what I'm reading, because my reading, you guys, has been everywhere. And I'm not normally that kind of person. I typically read about 2 books at a time. I read an ebook on my Kindle, and then I read a physical book. And then sometimes if I'm reading like nonfiction or something like that, I'll read 3 books at the same time. Like I'll do like a physical fiction and then a physical nonfiction sometimes. But I'm just all over the place, and I can't even like say that I'm going to read a book like specifically for this vlog, because I'm all over the place with what I'm reading, which is very unlike me. But I will share with you what I'm reading. I will start with the book on my Kindle. I'm reading A Seaside Scandal by Ashtyn Newbold on my Kindle. I've talked about Ashtyn Newbold quite a few times, and I just adore her. I adore her writing. And this one is really fun. It's her newest one that came out earlier this month, and I'm loving it so much. I'm about 45% of the way through, so I probably will finish that one in this vlog. And then I'm also reading, I started Autumn by Ali Smith last night, and I got about a quarter of the way. It's got huge font, so I feel like I'm going to work through this one pretty quickly, but I'm very interested in this one, and I'm enjoying it very much so far. So I might finish that one throughout this vlog. Then I want to start reading very soon. I want to start reading The Scapegoat by Daphne du Maurier. This was kind of the like spooky classic that I wanted to read for fall. And Clemmy hair floating. I need to vacuum really bad if you can't tell. But so I want to start that probably this weekend. So I don't know if I'll get to it in this vlog, but I definitely want to be reading that as we move closer into the week of Halloween. So I'll probably start that this weekend or early next week. And then while I was out with my mom, I picked up the second book in the saga of the Unfated, which is A Curse Carved in Bone. It has the beautiful sprayed edges. I devoured the first book. Like, it was so good. And I haven't read romantasy in a while, so I didn't have super high expectations. I was just really burnt out on romantasy. But I loved that book so much. It was so good. I gave it 4.5 stars, and it was just so good. It was just so well done. Like, the slow burn was perfect. I loved the magic system. I loved the way that things like slowly like revealed themselves. I loved Bjorn. I loved Freya. I just adored it. So I knew I wanted to jump into the second book ASAP, so I picked it up when I was out with my mom. This one also has a dual point of view, so you have Feyre and Bjorn's point of view, which I'm excited for. I do know that this one is a little bit less romance-based and a little bit more like world-building and like politics and stuff based, but I'm really excited. So I plan on, after I finish Autumn, because I think I'll have this finished pretty soon, then go into this one, read it for the rest of the week into the weekend, and then go into The Scapegoat, but who knows. And then I'm reading 2 nonfiction. So I'm reading The Old Ways by Robert Macfarlane. I'm about a quarter of the way through, but I'm enjoying it. It's just very slow paced, so I don't pick it up every single day. I just pick it up and read like a different journey once or twice a week, and I really do love it, though. It's very soothing to read, especially before bed, and it's like healing and thought-provoking. I really like it. And then I'm still working through the Alexander Hamilton biography. It's kind of taken the back burner, especially since I'm reading another nonfiction. So I feel like when I finish this one, I will come back to Hamilton. And then, last but not least, I am doing some one-on-one tutoring with a kiddo who's, I think, about in 4th grade, and his mom really wants us to read a physical book, and she really wants him to read physical books. And she really wants him to focus, sorry, I'm all snotty now where I sneeze. But she wants him to focus on vocabulary. So we're going to be reading The Wild Robot to focus on reading a physical book and doing some vocabulary. So I'm also going to be reading The Wild Robot. So like I said, my reading is all over the place. I'm reading so many books, so who knows what I will be talking about throughout this video. But I have about 30 minutes before I need to log back into work. I think I'm just gonna hang out, chill out with Clementine. I might read a little bit, but I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. I just wanted to say hi and introduce you to the vlog. Also, really quick, this is my pumpkin. You can see our laundry that needs to be folded behind you, so just ignore that. But this is her. I think that she is so beautiful. I loved the pumpkin. I loved the shape of the pumpkin. I loved the green. There was a white one. And sometimes I wish I would have gotten it, but I do like this one. But we've got some eucalyptus, some berries. This is dying a little bit, but it was mint. And then I have sweet basil in here somewhere. We have some limelight, some dahlias, a few sad looking little zinnias, lysanthias. I can't remember what this is called, but I love these, but they didn't have as many of these last year as they did, or this year as they did last year. But yeah, this is my pumpkin. I think she's cute. She is a little sad. They really go fast, like the flowers don't last. So I've been giving her as much water as I can every day, but they just don't live forever, unfortunately. But I think that it's really, really beautiful, and I'll probably pick out some of the sad ones later today. That way, hopefully she'll last a little longer. I think this dahlia is really pretty. But yeah, this is my pumpkin. And then there's an American Girl catalog over there, because, you know, I still love that. Hi friends, happy Wednesday. I wanted to give you a quick little reading update. I'm on my final break before my final stretch of work. So I thought I would give you a reading update because I feel like I'm going to finish both of my books that I've been focusing on the past couple of days today. So I am 77% into a Seaside Scandal, and I have under an hour left. So I'm hoping to finish it tonight. That's kind of the priority, just because I have the less amount left in this one, and I'm excited to see how it's all going to play out. I'm enjoying it very, very much. It feels like the tone of it feels different than some of the other Ashtyn Newbold books that I've read. But again, I'm still really enjoying it. It's just a little bit different, I think. I think the characters are just different, and the setting and the circumstances are different. But again, still enjoying it. I feel like it's probably going to be like a 3.5, 3.75 read for me. And then, so I updated it on Storygraph yesterday, and it said I was 43% in. But like, I am over halfway, so I don't know if I just clicked on like the wrong edition or something. But I have under 100 pages left through autumn, and I'm enjoying this very, very much. It is incredibly well written and imaginative. It follows the story of a woman named Elizabeth. When she was a child, she befriended her elderly neighbor named Daniel. Now Daniel is 101 years old. He is in a nursing home, and he is like slowly dying, and he's pretty like, he's not awake. Elizabeth isn't able to go like visit and talk with him, but she's still going to visit him. And as she's doing that, she's having like flashbacks to her childhood with Daniel, and then her circumstances today. And then there are also points of view of Daniel through his dreams, and they're getting more and more lucid, I think might be the right word to use, as he's getting closer to dying. It's really, really well written, and I didn't know it involves is it called the Brexit, when like England left like the European Union. So there are a lot of themes of that in there, and like immigration and things like that, which I didn't know. And I'm enjoying it very, very much. And I like want to read, you know, because it is a seasonal quartet, I want to read the rest of the books in their appropriate seasons, but I can't wait to get my hands on Winter and read it because I'm really enjoying Ali Smith's writing, and I can't wait. I have no idea how this story is going to wrap up, so hoping to finish it today too. But I think I'm going to make some tea, have a little snack, and then read for a little bit. Like I said, I feel like I'll try to focus on finishing A Seaside Scandal first, and then I'll finish Autumn. I was looking to see, my Kindle has ads on it, so I was looking to see what the ad was. It's not a weird one, but sometimes if you have ads on your Kindle, I'm sure you're aware, they can be kind of scandalous, the book covers can. And this is like a random story, but I was at my mom and dad's, and whatever book I was reading was on my Kindle, and I like had it just laying there on their porch. They have like I don't know, like a covered roomed port, like a porch room, I guess you could say. I don't know how to describe it, but we were on there, and my dad like picks up my Kindle, and the ad was like Cowboy Seeking Nanny, and he was like looking at it, and he like was like Cowboy Seeking Nanny, and my family was there, and it was like, oh my gosh, I felt so embarrassed, and I was like, look, it's an ad, like I promise that's not the book I'm reading. And there's nothing wrong with reading books like that, but like I'm not going to like publicly put that out there, I guess, if I were to read that book, but because that's just me. But yeah, that's just a random story. But anyway, I'm gonna have a snack, I might make some tea, I'm gonna read and push through these next couple hours of work.
This Rex didn't like to sing in front of people unless he was drinking. Tonight he was drunk enough to perform.
Jamie, it's cute. I don't care what you say.
Oh, so that's probably fine. Alright. Whose door do you want me to find?
Who's over? Mine can be in the back. Which one? Yours? Yeah, yours doesn't want us to
Oh,
say.
no!
Oh no! I can't believe I put my
no.
Hi you guys, so I was just working on editing this vlog because I had a little bit of a break with work, and I just realized I never properly closed it off. Also, my curling iron broke this morning, so half of my hair was curled and half of it was not. So it's just been one of those weeks. But it was a great weekend. We had a lot of fun at the author event, and I just had a really fun day with my mom. Our haunted house turned out really good, and it actually is still standing, which is incredibly shocking to me that it's still standing. In terms of books, I can't even remember because it's been a couple weeks. I did finish a Seaside Scandal. I didn't like it quite as well as some of Ashtyn's other books. I really hate miscommunication between characters, and depending on how it's resolved, just like I felt like it was just resolved so quickly at the end, and I hate when the whole book is just the characters not getting along and then like boom, everything's okay and it's over. So I don't know. I would have liked to have had maybe a little bit more, and I think I would have enjoyed it more than I did, but I still love her and it was still very good. And then I did finish Autumn by Allie Smith. I give it 4 stars. It was really incredible, and I loved just everything about it. I loved the political themes. I loved the story itself. I loved how all of the themes and like kind of messages in the novel tied into autumn and like rebirth and ending and things like that. I just thought that it was really, really beautifully done. I haven't started any other books really. I'm reading Belladonna on my Kindle, and I'm only like 8% in, but I really can't wait to like get into it more because I just feel like I'm going to be hooked and I'm not going to want to stop. And when we went to the author meet, I went ahead when I came home that night. I started Dead Man Blues by Silas House, or SD House, his pen name or whatever. But and I'm not very far. I'm like 25% into it, but I've not really had time to do much reading because it is just, like I said, it's just been one of those weeks. But anyway, I just wanted to close off this vlog, even because I don't know. I just feel like it's been a really weird vlog and nothing has gone according to plan at all. But you'll have that. Oh, also with my craft with the ghost, I didn't do it. I went to the thrift store on Sunday morning, and all of the dollies or like cloth that I could find, it was really dingy, like not just like in need of a wash, like stained, dingy, and really gross. And I know that's kind of the point. But I just personally, I don't know. I think it's just the way that I grew up. I just couldn't take it into the house. Even if I would have washed it, I just don't know that I would have ever felt like they were clean. And I also think part of that's like kind of trauma from being in the classroom, like with like bed bugs and I don't know, just things like that. Like, ugh. So I just couldn't do it. I did go to Walmart though, and they had like cloth napkins that had really cute like embroidered edges. So I had those, and I had black cloth for the eyes, and I had little bows and little flowers and lace and all of this. And then I just kind of realized I was like literally spending a small fortune on this, and so I decided not to. I just think with us building the house and stuff, I'm trying not to be frivolous with my money, and so I didn't do it. I put everything back. But maybe next year we'll get to do it. We'll see. I also have thought of another really fun craft I would like to do. So I'm already looking forward to Halloween and fall for next year. But anyway, thank you so much for being here and listening to me babble on about books. I'm going to try to finish editing this video so I can get it uploaded for tomorrow. And I will see you very soon. I also have my baby here who's been snoozing. She's been the biggest baby because Thursday is my Friday. So by Thursday, she is done. Like, she just wants to be held and she wants everything to be her way because she feels like she's been neglected all week. So anyway, I will see you guys very soon in another video. Thank you for being here. Bye.